Chosen one, listen closely. This is not just another set of words scrolling across your screen. This is your confirmation, your signal, your wake-up call. You didn't stumble here by chance. You were summoned. You're not ordinary, and deep down, you already know it. That quiet feeling inside, that pull, that restlessness, it's been building for a reason. This is your moment. This is the moment heaven leans in and whispers directly to you. Pay attention. You're being positioned. Everything you've been through, the battles nobody saw, the nights you cried in silence, the moments you thought you were forgotten, they've all been shaping you for this. Right now, the world may feel loud, chaotic, distracting. But you're different. You're awake. You're aligned. And what's coming next isn't something to fear. It's something you've been prepared to carry. So breathe. Lift your head. You are not here to blend in or be overlooked. You are here to lead, to rise, to step into the destiny no one else can fill. What you're about to hear is not just advice. It's an instruction. It's a divine strategy for your protection, your elevation, your next assignment. Take it seriously, because after today, you will never look at yourself or your calling the same again. Looking for purpose and peace? Hit subscribe and start the journey. You stand at the edge of something most will never see. This isn't retreat, it's concealment, a covering for those meant to endure what others cannot. There comes a precise instant, unmistakable to the attuned, when a subtle shift tells you it's time to step back. The chaos intensifies, just as the quiet inside you deepens. You recognize it not because you're surprised, but because you've always known it would come to this. None of it is arbitrary. Nothing catches the unseen realms off guard. Entire frameworks, visible and hidden, move in calculated patterns to derail what's within you. But you've already been warned. You've already been shielded. Every act of obedience now becomes the safeguard for what's ahead. You may already sense it. People fading from your orbit, doors closing before you reach them. A heightened awareness you can't explain. A weight in your chest you can't name. These are not coincidences, but quiet signals urging you to stillness, to separation, to readiness. Before you move further, pause here. Signal your spirit's agreement, not for vanity, but to anchor yourself in alignment. Mark your presence boldly. Affirm what you already feel stirring within. That act alone whispers into the atmosphere that you are alert, you are willing, you are awake. Make your impact eternal. Join now and be a light in someone's darkness. This is a threshold moment. Many scroll past, distracted, missing it entirely. Not you. You've been marked for this hour. And now we dig deeper, because what is unfolding is not symbolic. It is specific, tangible, and already in motion. This is not rehearsal. The shift has begun. Around you, everything tilts. Some pretend not to notice, others bury themselves in noise. But your bones know. You no longer have the luxury of confusion. Every moment from here carries weight, beyond what you can imagine. You are here on purpose. Your trials have carved you. Your solitude has shaped you. Your silence has forged you. Because your role was never meant to be ordinary. You are the one who remains standing when everything else collapses. That is why the burden feels heavier on you than it does on others. Because when the axis tilts, you carry what no one else can bear. The moment is no longer approaching. It is here. Deceptions unravel, pretenses fall away, and from the wreckage rises something true. And so do you. Stop searching for outside validation. Stop waiting for others to confirm what you already know. You've already been summoned. Now all that remains is your response. When your heart is full of God's love, it's a sign to give. By tapping the super thank you button and offering $100 or more, you become a vessel of His grace. Your generosity can change lives, reaching hearts you may never meet. You have a divine purpose, and this act of faith carries His light forward. Give now, and may His blessings surround you always. If you've been looking for a sign, let this speak to you. Clear, sharp, and undeniable. You feel the distortion in the air. Something feels fractured, though you can't name it. That, in itself, is the signal. Disruptions ripple through everything near you. People behave strangely. Systems glitch. Emotions spike without reason. Do not dismiss it. That's your warning. When it arrives, heed one instruction. Withdraw. Fall back. Guard yourself. Protect your ground. Remain silent. Not from fear, but from strategy. This is not running away. This is precision. Those who detach from the clamor and align with the new rhythm will endure. Refrain from unnecessary conversations. Refrain from needless gatherings. Guard what is sacred because it is. You are tuning into a frequency beyond comprehension. If you do not protect it, you will lose it to the noise. You carry a silence they can't interpret, a distance they can't breach. There's no need to explain where you've gone, no reason to justify your retreat, no space for guilt over your vanishing. What descends now strikes harder than any have imagined, and when it does, only those who recognize it and move swiftly will endure intact. This is no performance. Move now, quietly, unseen. What approaches can no longer be postponed. This turning does not wait for consent. It has already been set in motion. Foundations crumble, systems falter. To the casual observer, everything appears unchanged. Yet beneath the surface, entire structures dissolve. Understand, this is not crafted by human hands. This is not engineered in boardrooms or laboratories. What stirs now is beyond them, beyond time or calculation, and once unleashed, nothing under heaven can reverse it. Clutching at what collapses only ensures you fall with it. Release the remnants, release the illusion of what was familiar. What you called normal has dissolved and will not return. This is not about comfort or nostalgia. This is about survival, clarity, and stepping into what was always waiting for you. The old world was never built to hold you, never meant to elevate you. Now that it fractures, your spirit is unshackled. Stop repairing what is already dust. Stop patching what was designed to fail. Stand back, watch it break. Observe, prepare. You'll see many grasp at what's fading, clawing, panicking. That is not your way. Your path is higher, and it is already here. For the unprepared, this shift feels merciless, but for those who recognize it, it is the doorway to their greatest liberation. This force cannot be restrained, and neither can you. Then, without warning, it comes. Your body floods with something sharp and electric, like a current running through you. Undeniable. Your pulse quickens, your thoughts scatter. But this is not fear. This is the awakening of what has always lived within you, long dormant. Your inner alarm rings. You feel everything heighten, every sense, every instinct. The discomfort isn't defeat, it's ignition. The heaviness isn't danger, it's recalibration. Make your impact eternal. Join now and be a light in someone's darkness. You are being switched on. Ancient circuitry you've carried all your life sparks alive now. Do not smother it. Do not distract yourself. Do not numb what you feel. Stand in it. Let it move through you. Follow where it leads. This is the moment where observers and builders diverge. You do not shrink here. You step forward. The intensity proves this reset is not just external, but rooted in you. Once activated, there is no returning to what you were. Others may laugh while you feel weighty. They gossip while your mind swells with understanding. Those who once shouted are now quiet. Those who never mattered now clamor. This is no accident. The contrast exposes the truth. They cannot sense what you sense, because it was never meant for them to carry. You were marked long before this moment, made to bear what others cannot. Your struggles cut deeper. Your questions reached further. Your pain never fit into words. While others built themselves for shallow living, you were being forged for this upheaval. They don't hear it. They don't feel it, but you do. And that is your confirmation. Do not wait for their understanding. Their silence only affirms what you already know. Those who awaken first are called to guide the rest. That is your task. Do not fight it. Do not flee it. Let them sleep while you rise. The surge in your chest, the charge in your thoughts, the fire under your skin. That's not chaos, it's creation. This is the rebirth of everything you were meant to become. As your light intensifies, so does resistance. As you rise higher, interference grows louder. You will be misread, challenged, targeted, not always with hands, but with energy, with whispers. Do not take it as an attack. Take it as proof. Even shadows retreat when a true flame burns. When your heart is full of God's love, it's a sign to give. By tapping the super thank you button and offering $100 or more, you become a vessel of His grace. Your generosity can change lives, reaching hearts you may never meet. You have a divine purpose, and this act of faith carries His light forward. Give now, and may His blessings surround you always. You carry a force inside you now that demands guarding. The tension surrounding you is not defeat. It is confirmation that something rare is being formed. Hold your energy as priceless. Stay watchful. Don't react on impulse. Move with deliberate precision. Not everyone can embrace what you're becoming, nor are they supposed to. This is not about pleasing the crowd. This is about stepping into a version of yourself no one saw coming. What's rising in you cannot coexist with what once kept you stagnant. The momentum only builds if you release what chains you. Feel it fully. Channel it consciously. This is not the time to shrink. It's the time to step entirely into what is next. There's a reason you retreat, why you've pulled back from the noise around you. This is not retreat from strength. This is preservation of it. You are not meant to be exposed in this fragile stage. You are shielded, wrapped in stillness, held apart. Your presence is too potent to scatter among chaos. This is your sanctuary before emergence. Isolation is not punishment here. It's strategy. Step away from crowds, from gossip, from shallow distractions. Keep your circle nearly invisible if you must. Even those who care for you can drain what you need now. This is not about offense. This is about alignment. What is being reconstructed within you is intricate and sacred. If revealed too soon, it collapses. Protect the quiet. Guard the space. This is how the process completes. When you step aside from others, you're not vanishing. You're rebuilding. You're anchoring yourself so when everything around you shakes apart, you remain immovable. Stop explaining why you've gone quiet. Stop trying to justify what they'll never understand. Those meant for this kind of path, separate from the pack. What's next cannot happen in the crowd's glare. The biggest distraction is designed to keep you numbed. Endless chatter, endless scrolling, endless noise drowns out the one thing you can't afford to ignore. the clarity that's already calling to you. You can no longer afford to pour your focus into the shallow. This reset demands your whole attention. You are not dramatic, you are called. Stillness is where your authority grows. Every second wasted on noise robs you of what you've been entrusted to carry. Teach yourself to let go of validation, of approval, of meaningless connections. The more scattered your mind becomes, the more distant you are from what's trying to reach you. Reclaim your hours. Shut off what doesn't nourish you. Listen to yourself again. You are not built to be everything to everyone. You are designed to align with what's approaching. Alignment will cost you. It always does. Silence becomes your weapon. Detachment becomes your shield. What lies ahead requires you to be stripped of everything unnecessary. As the world trembles, you ascend. Not because you escaped collapse, but because you were forged to withstand it. You are not falling apart. You're being reassembled. Layers that no longer belong, pain, fear, false identities, are being burned away so your essence can stand revealed. You're not going backward. You're sinking deeper into who you were always meant to be. This kind of rising rarely looks glamorous. It often feels lonely, chaotic, and painfully quiet. But this is the pressure where rare things take shape. The reset isn't just about what surrounds you. It's about who you are becoming within it. When the dust clears, the true leaders stand. Not those who shouted loudest, but those who emerged authentic, tested, and unshaken. You will be seen when it's time. But for now, your task is internal, not public. Elevation happens in silence, not on display. Your body itself begins to shift. Changes ripple through you that no language can explain. Your cells hum differently. Your senses sharpen. Dreams become vivid. This is not a sickness. This is your awakening. Codes within you activate. Frequencies recalibrate. Your entire being retunes to what is required of you now. You may feel exhausted, disoriented, intensely emotional. Do not fear it. Drink deeply. Breathe slowly. Rest when you must. Your body knows what it's doing. You are quite literally becoming something new. What once seemed acceptable now feels unbearable. What once felt normal now feels false. That is the sign that your frequency has shifted. You're no longer aligned with what you outgrew. You are the receiver of what's coming next. You feel it first because you are meant to carry it before anyone else does. Let the transformation happen. Trust what it asks of you. Even your body becomes the bridge between what was and what's to come. You are never ordinary. You are the blueprint of tomorrow walking in human form. You carry a light too rare to remain surrounded by the familiar. People drift. Words feel hollow. Ties feel forced. What used to fit now feels foreign. This is no accident. It is clearing, not coincidence. The shift does not only shake the earth, it shakes connections. What cannot stand with you dissolves. What belongs either stays or returns, reshaped. Let what falls away do so. Honor it without clinging. Some stood with your pain, not your purpose. You rise beyond them. When this elevation finishes, the circle around you reflects the clarity within you. Aligned, intentional, necessary. It aches, yes. Loneliness arrives with the climb. But resist the urge to cling just to fill the silence. The next chapter demands souls who truly see you, not just need you. People who resonate with your rhythm rather than drain it. This stripping of old attachments prepares you for higher-level bonds. In love, in mission, in kinship. Let what cracks, crack. What remains is what's real. This closing stage is not for the crowd. It is quiet, sacred, and too potent to squander. You are reminded again, Stay unseen. Your purity, mind, heart, spirit requires fierce guarding. Unveiling too early spoils what's forming. You don't owe the world a preview. You owe yourself completion. The public would distort what they cannot comprehend. This is not a time for proving, only for finishing. You stand now in the final moments of becoming. Lower your voice. Hold your ground. Not from fear, but from mastery. Predators do not thrash wildly. They observe, precise, deliberate. Your silence sharpens you. Your distance protects you. While others scramble for visibility, you prepare your strike. The last storm arrives swiftly, but you remain steady because you honored the call to conceal yourself. Stay hidden, stay whole. Every false word once aimed at you unravels. Every judgment melts into nothing. Why? Because you no longer bother defending yourself. Truth corrects what lies cannot sustain. Those who misread you now watch silently as your path rises above their reach. Everything once twisted straightens. You don't need to speak. You don't need to retaliate. The evidence is you. The transformation itself silences them. This isn't vengeance. It's justice delivered without your hand. Let them watch. Witness what unfolds when higher forces intervene on your behalf. Every accusation fades. Every shadow cast over you dissolves. In its place, the authentic story writes itself. What you've carried becomes undeniable. Nothing can stop what's next. Structures buckle. Markets shatter. Old systems collapse. This is not chaos. This is fulfillment. What comes is written, and the world can no longer look away. You were always meant for the rebuilding. You are not swept away in the breaking. You stand at the center of what's next. While others panic, you hold steady. Every scar, every quiet battle trained you for this. Your vision stretches beyond the crumbling walls others still cling to. That is why you are set apart. Not to boast, but to build. Get yourself ready. Prepare before you are called. When the change completes, the world looks to you, steady, certain, unshaken. You are the new foundation. You've waited in silence. You've endured unseen. You've given up, given in, endured doubt. But it was all for this. You aren't shattered, you're freed. Every weight that chained you has burned away. What stands now is unbreakable. When this final reset finishes, the person you were no longer exists. And when you rise, you do so with more force and clarity than ever. This is not a timid return. This is emergence in full authority. You move through the ending of who you thought you were and step fully into who you were meant to be. Walk taller, speak with certainty, act with intent. The waiting is over. The quiet has passed. Now is the time to guide, to rebuild, to embody everything you've endured for. You outlasted the fire. Now you are the fire. You are not overlooked. You are being crafted in quiet. What feels like neglect is actually precision. This silence around you is not rejection, but careful placement. You were hidden deliberately, removed from sight to be built away from interference. Every powerful creation begins unseen, not in light, but in depth, where no one is watching. This is not exile, but refinement. You are separated from noise, so your vision sharpens, detached from chaos, so your strength grows, freed from draining hands, so your essence restores. Few ever experience this level of preparation because few are capable of carrying it. But you were never among the many. Those marked for higher work are honed in solitude. Yes, the stillness can sting, but it is in these silent corridors that you meet yourself unmasked. Here, where approval can no longer reach you, your real voice emerges, steady, unshaken, yours alone. That unwavering presence is exactly what the next chapter requires. Stop resisting the hush. Stop begging for company. Let what's sacred finish its course. Your quiet becomes a magnet. Your calmness, a weapon. When you return, you don't demand your place. It is offered because you've become impossible to deny. The version of you that once bowed, doubted, overextended, that version has served its purpose. It no longer belongs here. Bless it, release it, let it dissolve. What rises now will not resemble what came before. Be ready for the mess. This is not a graceful ascent, but a dismantling of everything false. You will feel raw, undone, remade from the ground up. It may ache more to shed who you were than to accept who you are becoming. But you cannot drag old patterns into what's next. You cannot wear yesterday's skin on tomorrow's stage. You are here to lead. The new you carries clarity that does not beg and worth that does not bend. That kind of truth disrupts the comfortable. Let it. Do not shrink when they misunderstand. Real authority never asks to exist. It simply stands, undeniable. Release the fragile shells you've outgrown. Let them crumble without grief. Rise with clear sight, steady hands, an open heart. The former you was only a chrysalis. The time to emerge has arrived. Something ancient wakes inside you now, not meek, but regal. Your energy shifts from endurance into dominion. You don't merely wake, you step fully into yourself. It shows in how you move, how you enter spaces, how your silence commands. These changes are not effort, they're remembrance. You are remembering who you've always been beneath the noise. You were taught to shrink, taught that humility meant hiding. You see now that this was false. You were never meant to dim so others could shine. The pretense of humility ends here. When you take your rightful place, your presence speaks. No need to chase, prove, or grasp. What's meant finds you because your very frequency calls it forth. This is what happens when you refuse to play small any longer. Walk as if the crown already rests on you. Speak as though the vision already breathes through you. Move as though the shift already happened, because it has, and the physical is catching up. What you ignored, suppressed, denied, now rises. What you thought buried surfaces to be cleared. Do not mistake this as falling back. It is purification, not collapse. The shedding is part of the becoming. The quiet was never punishment. It was the ground where your true self could grow untouched. Now, rise unshaken, not just alive, but undeniable.